Hello, all my Aquarius friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Teri Hunter. I'm an angel therapy practitioner, intuitive astrologer, Reiki master, and empowerment coach. And I'm here today to talk about your January 2023 astrological forecast. It's an exciting month. A lot going on. A lot going on in your first house of self. So these videos are based on whole sign Western astrology. If I was doing one of your personal charts, I would prefer to look at it in Placidus, but for the sake of a larger audience, I think whole sign is a better system to use. So we're going to look at Aquarius rising, moon, second, sun, and stelliums. A stellium is 3 or more personal planets within a sign or a house, which indicates the soul's intention to walk through certain experiences and to evolve through them. So if you have your sun, moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars in Aquarius, if you have 4 for sure, this is going to be an exciting video for you to watch, if I must say so myself, because there's a lot going on in Aquarius. So let's start with Jupiter. Jupiter re-entered Aries on December 20th, 2022, and it will remain in Aries until May 15th, 2023. Jupiter is a benevolent planet. It represents expansion. It represents wisdom. It represents joy and good luck and abundance. Wherever Jupiter goes, things grow. So here we're seeing this in your 3rd house. And I feel as if there is this kind of doubling down on this independence that Aquarius has, and then Aries being your 3rd house. I feel like this is an opportunity for you to be courageous and brave in the things that you endeavor within your everyday activities. The 3rd house by nature rules our siblings. It rules our childhood experiences in the sense of like our schoolmates and our teammates. It represents our everyday activities, our emails, our social media platforms that we interact on and chat with. It really rules, the 3rd house rules just about everything, touches every aspect of our life. So here, as you endeavor your own individuality, Aquarius represents genius. It represents innovation. It represents the cosmic consciousness. It represents the collective. So it's really a very forward-thinking and humanitarian energy. And then we add Jupiter, that is, philosophical and willing to be to learn at a higher level, meaning to experience diversity, to experience other cultures and other situations that are not, familiar to it, and allow itself to be curious and to be excited. It's a really fun energy. And I think here in your 3rd house, there's a real opportunity for you to anchor in a new dynamic based on things that you want for yourself within your everyday activities. We do have a little bit of a sluggish start to the year with Mars being retrograde in Gemini, which is your 5th house of creativity, self-expression. It is the house of pleasure and fun, and it can also represent the conception of children, or it does represent the conception of children. It also represents romance, and it's the actor, the performer, is the 5th house by nature. So now we superimpose Gemini onto this, and this is about it's very social. There's a lot of there's a busyness that would be naturally here, and with Mars there in retrograde, and Mars has been in this house for months. I believe it went in like, I don't know, somewhere around, I don't have the date it went into Gemini, but it went retrograde in October at the 25th degree of Gemini. It's going to move all the way back to the 8th degree, and then it will begin moving forward again. And that's going to happen on the 12th of January, and it will stay in Gemini until March. I think it's around March 23rd, but I don't have the date written here. I think this is important because even though it may feel as if you've not been able to move forward, I think it's given you an opportunity to assess and to redefine how you want to move forward once Mars moves direct. And I think that what you're going to see is a braver part of yourself when it comes to putting yourself out there. You may have your own YouTube channel. You may have a TikTok platform. You may be experiencing yourself opening up to the idea of a bigger platform, because I think this is really exciting for you. We also have Mercury retrograde in Capricorn in your 12th house. And Mercury goes retrograde on December 29th. It will stay retrograde until January 18th. So this is why the beginning of the year feels sluggish. It almost feels like there's a bit of a hangover from 2022. But at the same time, I think this gives you an opportunity to address your fears. Capricorn can rule fear. It can rule a feeling of isolation, depression, especially in the 12th house, where there's a natural feeling of the 12th house naturally rules self-undoing house of troubles. So if you've been rigid in your thinking, if for some reason you've held yourself small and incapable of your dreams, here, I think Mercury is going to give you an opportunity to really assess your fears and decide if they're applicable at this chapter in your life, because they may have been applicable at one point, but are you giving yourself credit for all the liberation and all the I want to say a combination of rebelling against the mundane and giving yourself permission to evolve at a certain pace. Your co-ruler, Saturn, has been in your house for some time and is there now. And again, that may be putting a feeling of restriction on your self-expression, on how you're viewing things. But this is temporary. And I think it's about allowing yourself to assess things with a new, more futuristic platform with and intention. Okay, so Mercury moves out of retrograde on the 18th of January, and Mars moves out of retrograde on the 12th of January. On the 2nd or the 3rd of January, depending where you are in the world, Venus will move into your first house. Venus will feel liberated a little bit from being in Capricorn, where she feels rather restricted. I always kind of picturing her when she's in Capricorn wearing sort of a very prim and proper sort of neckline. And here she feels like, oh, let me undo this and relax a little bit, shake it off a little bit. She is going to give you an opportunity to really start to think about how you make your money and how your self-expression, who you are, your particular genius, your view, what you want to contribute to humanity will bring you bounty. We are going to see a full moon in your house. The full moon is in Cancer on the 6th. And Cancer, let me quickly check because I messed up my notes. Cancer is your Aquarius. I can't do it off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Cancer is your 6th house. Okay, so this is even better. So I should have been able to do that actually. But anyway, Cancer being your 6th house, and this full moon is going to bring an illumination of how you want your everyday life to roll, what you're looking for. And this is at the 16th degree. So there's a double Cancer energy on this. And what I want to say is, I think that in addition to what makes you feel at home, because it doesn't have to be a structure. It could actually be really allowing yourself to move into the everyday. Your service, your work, your employment is aligned to what you have processed through the Mercury being in your 12th house and how you want to structure things, and making this assessment whether your fears are actually spawning action or tanking you. Because the full moon in Cancer feels like there's this intuitive knowing that you've been feeling, and it may have been making you feel anxious. You may have been feeling this nervous energy and you're misinterpreting it as panic, when it's really your inner knowing saying it's time to move on to your future. It's time to live your hopes and dreams. Aquarius by nature rules your hopes and dreams. It rules cosmic consciousness. It rules space travel. It rules scientific research. It rules money. it's a money house, and it's a upachaya house, which gives reward over time, hence Saturn being the co-ruler. So this is really an opportunity to dig deep into your inner knowing. And even if you can't see evidence of your manifestation, the willingness to continue to move forward and to look at your fears as a point of reference, meaning, oh, maybe that fear isn't current now. Maybe that was an old fear. Because on the 21st, we have a new moon in your sign at the 1st degree. That's the Aries degree. That takes me back to Jupiter in Aries in your 3rd house. And the 3rd house is my everyday activities. Then I see myself moving into the 6th house service. I feel like there's the potential of seeing your dreams start to come true by systematically planting the seeds and nurturing them and watering them. We are having a series of 1 degree new moons. It started with Sagittarius new moon in 2022, the Capricorn new moon. They were both at 1 degree. Here we see the Aquarius new moon. Pisces new moon will be at 1 degree. And then we go into a new moon in Aries at 0 degrees, the critical world axis degree of new beginnings. So I believe this is super powerful. And I want to offer this too, because in this new moon, is joining Venus and Saturn. So this may very much be about a combination of feeling your self-worth and that bringing you more bounty. I also want to mention that we're going to have a series of full moons. The first four full moons of 2023 will be at the 16th degree. That is the Cancerian degree. And for me, that is, again, trusting my inner knowing. How am I nurturing my dreams, my hopes, my body, my mental status, so that I can have the energy and the inspiration to nurture others? So I think this is super important to pay attention to do as the first half of 2023 seems like it's going to tee up the bounty to be harvested in the second half. And finally, Aquarius will see Venus move into Pisces around the 27th of January. And I always say around because, again, I'm not sure where everybody is in the world, so you want to check your own time zone. But this is really beautiful because in your 2nd house, this feels like, first of all, Venus loves being in Pisces. The two of them get together and they get a great bottle of wine. Venus brings, some poo-poo platters with some fun stuff on it. We see the music flowing, imagination, dreaming about the idealistic possibilities of life and how wonderful it can be. Here, this is in your 2nd house, and I just got chills everywhere because this is really an opportunity to reconcile who and what you are and stop feeling sort of alien and rather feeling the uniqueness of who you are and what you offer this world with that uniqueness and that willingness to be forward thinking. It's also an opportunity for you to feel a sense of compassion for your journey and for yourself as you have evolved past whatever family history has been imprinted upon you. The 2nd house very much represents family history, and that is where our confidence starts from. So I think this is going to be a really powerful time. Again, the year feels like it starts off sluggish, but it also feels like it gives us an opportunity to really reflect and intend, and then look and experience the inspirations that the universe has to offer us and allows us the privilege of feeling passion as we move forward. All right, Aquarius, that's it for me for January 2022. Again, my name is Teri Hunter. I'm an intuitive astrologer. If you'd like to book a reading with me, I am available. Just reach out via email and I'll send you all the information. I'd also like to invite you to join me for my live stream every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time, where we get angels advice for traversing the week ahead's transits. I'm going to be taking off the last 2 weeks, or I should say that Christmas Day and New Year's Day, they fall on a Sunday. So the team and I are taking those days off. We will be resuming on January 8th, 2023. So I hope you'll join me there. It's a nice, wonderful group of people, and I think you'll enjoy them. So Aquarius, enjoy the holidays. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Please like, please subscribe, please share, and all that other good stuff that we do here on YouTube. Peace out.